Yo, what up? It's Rage, and we are back with another reading for the month of November. I hope everyone had a good October, a good Halloween, and yeah, let's just get right to it. So the first card is the Yin energy, which is the subconscious, female, internal energy. The second card is the Yang energy, which represents the male, external, conscious energy. And then the third card is the changes and what to do to bring the yin and the yang cards in balance. So let's start with the yin card for November. And we have companionship, friendliness, mutual respect, shared goals, interdependence, agreement, strengthening bonds. And for the symbols, we have fire underneath the yang energy. So I'm getting like a lot of inner work, a lot of like passion work. Maybe you're partnering with someone or a group of people, and you're kind of doing your task or playing your role, doing your part in the greater picture, almost like gears on a machine turning. They're individual, but they're working together for a common goal or a common purpose. So everyone's kind of playing their part this month to accomplish whatever it is that you are trying to accomplish. So yeah, that was kind of what I'm getting for that first card. Pretty straightforward. The fire being underneath the yang represents kind of that inner passion, that inner fire that results in the external. It comes from within. And the yang energy on top represents kind of the creation energy. So it really is kind of that, following and leading with your passions and letting that kind of drive and kind of working with other like-minded individuals who have the same goals or have the same end goals. So yeah, let's move on to the yang card, the external conscious, male energy. And we have the gentle, penetrating, a soft approach, faith, moderation, a subtle but deep influence, understanding, non-violence. Okay, so the gentle, and we have two wind energies happening. I'm getting like the wind energy represents movement, so maybe there is some external traveling connected to the companionship. The gentle is kind of like going with the flow, not trying to force anything, kind of like slow and steady wins the race, but very penetrating, and that can kind of relate to like a wind, like a brisk wind. It can be a chill, it can wake you up, it can, make you kind of get up and move, or kind of wake you out of a daydream, subtle but deep influence. Yeah, I'm kind of getting that back to the fire, kind of the passions, whatever you're focused on, or whatever is driving you. This gentle and the wind energy is going to be creating some kind of movement with that passion, fire energy. And yeah, kind of just go with the flow. Don't force anything. Don't really have expectations either. Just kind of let things play out. Okay, for the changes we have dispersion. Diffuse negativity, restore harmony, circulate, revitalize, dissolve divisions, lighten up. And we have wind above the water. And the bottom symbol kind of represents the subconscious, and the top represents the conscious. So we have water underneath the wind, and these are both movement symbols. The water kind of represents the female emotional energy, emotions, and the wind on top kind of relates back to the gentle So yeah, definitely more movement. And I'm kind of getting the water as processing emotions, processing negativity, restoring harmony, lightening up your mood. Don't take yourself or take the world so serious. And I'm kind of getting, this is the changes card. So, your passions and the companionship, and, if there's any travel, it might lead to, this dissolving the divisions and kind of getting a new perspective on the situation at hand, restoring harmony. October was kind of a month of waiting, kind of sitting back, and it feels like November, maybe we're going to start to get some kind of answers and movement and kind of those gears turning a little bit more. So yeah, let's do the changes and see if there's another card. And the changes, what we do is we flip 3 pennies, and if they match the lines here, the broken line represents the yin energy, which it represents 3 heads, and the closed line represents yang, which is 3 tails. So if we roll or drop the pennies and we get 3 heads or 3 tails that correspond with each of the lines, it would result in a new card that accompanies the changes card. And it looks like no changes card. So yeah, I mean, this was a pretty clear message, I feel like, as it is. So now we will just look at the bottom card of the deck, which represents the overall energy that went into the reading. And the card at the bottom is excess. And we have stress, overload, exhaustion, obsessiveness, gluttony, burdens, worries, the breaking point. And we have wind underneath the lake. So let me just kind of process this and see. I'm kind of getting this too, to kind of, this is the energy that went into the reading. I'm almost kind of getting like an October kind of sense that this was like, the end of the month or kind of the month of October. Things were kind of building up. And so this kind of reading, the companionship kind of might relate to, the excess and the burden and carrying all the weight on your shoulders and kind of letting it go onto someone else or other people, which will kind of, the wind and the changes card, it kind of diffuse some of that baggage. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting and all I'm really kind of seeing. If you have any insights or comments or feedback, put them in the comments below. And yeah, I am launching Rage TV. So if you or anyone you know has music videos that they want featured on the platform, submit them at rageonthetrack.com/RCN, and I will get those featured on the platform when it is released. So check that out. And yeah, let me see if I have anything else to kind of comment. With the excess card, I'm kind of getting the lake and the wind being the subconscious, so there being like a lot of internal kind of movement and energy happening, but the lake kind of represents the opposite of that and kind of like a calm, serene energy. So that kind of may be happening where, on the surface things seem calm, but underneath the water, underneath the lake, there's actually like a whirlpool and it's spinning. So that I'm kind of getting the month of October for this, but maybe this is kind of just the energy in general, where you're, you know, trying to take on more than you can on your own, and you are in need or will be seeking or finding some sort of companionship to help you with these burdens, with all these rocks, everything you're kind of carrying on your own. Some sort of kind of mutual agreement or shared goals or shared interests that are going to kind of help you take advantage of the wind and diffuse the negativity, lighten up and kind of dissolve some of these rocks, so you end up back with the lake without the whirlpool. So yeah, that's what I'm getting, and I will go. So take it easy and peace.